groups. Okay, excellent. I'm still amazed people turn up to these. Okay, all right, I will record it as well. That's kind of everybody has it. Okay, I think I've done all the tech sides of things. So welcome. Everybody can hear me okay? And I will start the presentation. So thanks for everybody attending. Say this presentation, I'll just share screen. So, well, help. Please. Hopefully everybody can see that. So really, it's a short, respect people's time. So kind of probably take about 45 minutes in terms of kind of how to create a high converting lead magnet. So this has been, a game changer for me in terms of generating leads for my business. Organically, by the way, I don't use any paid advertising in any of my funnels. So this is the first port of call is lead magnets, getting people's details and then nurturing those people through the customer journey to become clients. So, and I use lead magnets within my group, within my Facebook group as a top of funnel. So getting people's by giving value to people, something that is exciting for my prospective clients. So as I say on the slide at the minute is the funnel, basically leads coming in, some of those will convert into sales calls. If not, follow up again, and eventual conversion and sales, and kind of the whole funnel. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that, who's in this space. So I will just go through kind of my thing about lead magnets and how I use them and what I think is a good lead magnet. Now I say ultra converting lead magnet. What an ultra converting lead magnet is actually just getting the fundamentals right in terms of lead magnets. There's so many lead magnets actually that just miss the mark, and a lot of people, are not getting either opting in terms of the right people, and they're not actually taking any further action and actually booking calls, and you're not making sales. So I will go to the next slide. So for those who don't know me, I've been on the online space since 2018. Been down many rabbit holes, websites, marketing agent funnels, and then not very good at, failed at most of that, and then changed the organic marketing in 21, and then been building kind of a business around organic marketing because I feel it's more natural in terms of what I do, and it's much more for people coming into the online space or building a coaching business. That is the first port of call, is actually getting yourself established in an organic marketing space before I even think about going into paid marketing. So, and then to build a kind of one-on-one coaching program. And actually, I'll be sharing something at the end of this presentation in terms of kind of what I've moved on to subsequently in terms of another coaching program. So that's a bit about me. So what will we learn today? So what makes an ultra converting lead magnet? Landing page design, as I understand it to be, and kind of what has worked well for me. And examples in terms, I'll give you some examples in terms of what lead magnets I think are good examples in terms of what structure you should have, and some of my lead magnets I use in my group that I get leads every single day with. So I'll give you some idea. So just this quote from Billie Jean, who's been one of my, I'd say one of my mentors from the start. I've been with Billie Jean for like a couple of years. in terms of one of my first courses I ever bought. And he had this quote, I thought it was just looking through something the other day. It says, "You don't exist if it's not written, filmed, or recorded." So it's basically, you know, your content and your content through that, the stuff that you're putting out to into the world. It needs to be, you know, you need to, you know, put, it's either written or filmed or recorded, basically in those three mediums. So I thought that was very, very pertinent in terms of what we're talking about today, in terms of lead magnets. Actually, you're putting out stuff into the world to get people to raise their hands and actually bring them into your world and your circle. So what is a lead magnet? Now we're going kind of maybe from fundamentals, but I thought kind of we kind of go back actually, what is a lead magnet? Because a lot of people maybe are, so it can be an ebook, you know, a lot of people doing ebooks. It can be a scorecard, some kind of checklist scorecard. You can there's one here on the page. Kind of Billy has lots of scorecards he uses in his marketing. It's very valuable. Checklists, again, very good. Practical terms of kind of whether checklists, you've got a checklist against actually lead magnet or kind of a website that it's converting. So very good checklists, kind of very good lead magnets. And a top 5 list, kind of maybe top 5 things you need to do, like another one here, top 5 mistakes making client testimonials. So those type of, I find, are very, very powerful. Now there's other lead magnets you could be using in terms of actually a webinar. You know, for instance, people actually turning up to this this webinar at the minute, that's a lead magnet. You put in your details to get access to training that I'm doing. So that is a lead magnet where you're capturing people's details in exchange for value that I'm providing on this. So it's all about that value equation, that it's valuable enough for people to make that micro commitment and of actually putting in their details to get something that you have. So that's basically the fundamentals of what is a lead magnet. So just to go through kind of what to start in terms of actually, okay, what does this mean in terms of where do I need to start with in terms of producing my lead magnet? So, you know, who is your lead magnet? Who's your ideal customer? So, you know, it's going back to the fundamentals of kind of who you're serving. Now, this should be self-evident in terms of you've done the work, in terms of your coaching business, in terms of who you're serving. So getting clarity in terms of who is that ideal customer, what age they are, what their interests are, what their gender is, you know, where their location is, and ultimately what their needs are. You know, what is it you can provide them that kind of will get them excited, the kind of an exchange for, you know, putting their details, say, into a landing page. So getting clarity in terms of who the ideal customer is. So it's not rocket science, but a lot of people just putting out stuff there and it's not really landing because they haven't got an idea actually who they're serving. Again, identify the problems you're solving. Kind of, it's all about problem. We're all in the business of problem solving. You know, you don't have to be an expert. You just need to be a problem solver in this business. So identify the problems you're solving with your lead magnet. So just giving some examples, you know, poor client testimonials, as I say, that one I've just said. Yeah, no sleep. Other people, maybe you're into, you know, no sleep, back pain, kind of whether you've got, you know, potential, you know, you can relieve that type of pain, the problems. Suffer from anxiety, depression. You know, a lot of people are in this space of, you know, a lot of people are depressed or something. The lead magnet you have that would alleviate people suffering from anxiety. Or can't form a relationship after a toxic partner. So in a relationship space, that you maybe have something that would help them alleviate, they don't repeat the same mistakes when they're move on from a relationship that's very toxic. So it's basically getting into the mind of your client to actually solve a particular problem. It's someone So identify the problems you're solving. Again, you are the problem solver. people are going to give their details and something that is solving a problem. People are hardly going to give details for maybe information. You know, the internet is full of information, but the game you're in is a transformation game. So you want to be giving something in your lead magnets that's going to, you know, help them a micro win for them to solve a problem they're dealing with. So of all the problems, you know, choose one problem and create a solution. So kind of, you know, you've got, you know, one problem you're dealing with in your services. So choose one, and probably I actually choose kind of the maximum leverage you can get. Think about that one problem that can get the most benefit from your client. That 20% that gets the 80% of the result. So in this particular case, I've chosen client testimonials. It's in my group at them in terms of the 5 mistakes, you know, people are making with client testimonials. So I've created an ebook around that, so that you're giving that out as value for people in terms of that, you know, making client testimonials is not just asking people, you know, give us a video. You need structure around that. You need to kind of actually, in some ways, you know, coach people actually to give you a testimonial, or in some ways you'll get a testimonial back that it's actually it's not any good, and that's you've wasted your time. So, you know, giving something that's a value to them, to people actually that are getting good social proof back that they can use to get more clients, that is a valuable lead magnet for people to use. So choose a problem and create a solution that is valuable for your potential client. So per time testimonial. So we'll understand in terms of you know, the who we're serving, the problem they're dealing, and the solution you're providing. That micro win with your lead magnet, and then, you know, creating your lead magnet in Canva. I use Canva quite a lot, and that's very popular in the space in terms of you know, it's very user friendly. I think it's a free version as well. I've got the paid version, and I use all my lead magnets through that. You can import kind of from you know, your text I use from Word, and can import it in and put kind of a nice looking in terms of Canva. So that's I think it needs to look professional. You know, you don't want to be putting out something that is just, you know, it's just thrown together. It's kind of professional. It shows you as someone serious about kind of how you're going to help that person. So Canva is a great tool. And also a great tool is actually Designer.io. I don't know anybody's familiar with this. I find it, I think they actually have an AI version at the minute whereby you can actually use ChatGPT to kind of create these lead magnets as well. So Designer.io is where you can go out, other people have used a website that you find interesting, kind of that has a particular value to your client, and actually you can download that website, or even I think you can actually download a document, and it will create a lead magnet for you. It's amazing. You can import the web page, choose a kind of format that you want for a template, and it will create an ebook for you, and you just go in and edit that. Now you just have to be worried in terms of, you know, plagiarism, whatever, you know, putting your own flavor within that ebook. But Designer.io, we'll check it out. It's a very good resource for kind of producing different ebooks that can add value to your audience. Has anybody come across Designer.io? Okay. No. No, obviously not. Okay. Randy, have you come across that?
No, I've heard about it, and I saw a little presentation, but I've never otherwise
check it out. It's a really good resource.
Yeah.
I've been using it for a couple of years now. And you kind of, as I say, if you're in a different space and you find a very good article about something, it's like, oh, that would be really good lead magnet or something I could repurpose into something. You just go to the website and you kind of get the URL for the website, go to this website and put it in, and it'll drag everything in terms of all of that into a nice booklet format for you and create a lead magnet you can give out.
That's cool. That's quite nice.
And then you just edit it and kind of edit it and deliver, you know, add things to your own, so you don't, it just takes all the legwork of actually trying to, you know, the worst thing is actually trying to, you know, do everything yourself, when a lot of it actually, there's so much information out there. You can just repurpose it into your own unique flavor in terms of what you want.
Yes, thank you.
And as I think there's an AI version of this as well, kind of whereby actually you can link it to ChatGPT in terms of ask it questions, and it will create the lead magnet as well. So check it out.
Well, thank you.
All right. Next. So next is kind of, okay, this is all very well. So how do we get this? In terms of what kind of a lead magnet workflow, kind of how, and this is where I use it in terms of my own services and how I get leads every single day. Again, organically, is sort of have it linked to sort of the traffic in terms of where people are coming into my funnel, kind of at the top of funnel, at the different, you know, platforms that I'm using at the minute. So I have a presence on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube at the minute. I don't have TikTok at the minute. It's so putting out content every day consistently, kind of that resonates with my audience. And then they're coming into my Facebook group. Basically, some of the people are coming into Facebook group, and then within that, I have various lead magnets whereby people are, they can engage with my content and see kind of on they see some lead, you know, exposed to my lead magnets, and that are allied in terms of something they are looking for, and they download it. So they put in their details. And then, you know, I capture details and then email them and, you know, nurture those people to actually join my further group, because this is sort of a top of funnel group and I have a bottom of funnel group. So kind of email people to book either an invite with me, or I move them into a more focused group, because they've actually, it's like a micro commitment. They've said, yeah, I'm interested to know more about this. So that's basically a warm lead. So you want to move that person to kind of have more focused nurturing. So that is email to calendar, and then one thing a lot of people miss is the thank you page. You know, when people download and they say, hey, thank you, maybe they just have a basic thank you page. Hey, thank you for downloading my lead magnet. And this is actually a huge wasted opportunity. A thank you page is actually your most attention grabbing thing. You know, emails, the open rates, you know, I don't know what the open rates, you know, some people have, you know, they go, you know, 10, 15%, whatever open rates. Where a thank you page, you got, you know, immediate attention. When people download that, immediately go to the thank you page. So you want something on your thank you page that is attractive enough, they'll take the next step as well. Again, you're giving more value and you're asking them, you know, for immediate action. I have a thank you page where I'm giving more value about something. Hey, you've downloaded this, but I actually have this as well. Might be more interesting. So thank you page, giving more attention, and then booking a link to a calendar as well. Because at the end of the day, all of this is moving people to book appointments with you. You know, the KPI or the metric for your coaching business should be the amount of appointments you're making, because the many appointments you're making is the many offers you can make and how many sales you can make. So all of this is not just doing it for the sake of adding value for people and giving, but actually moving them along the customer journey to actually booking an appointment with you. Does that make sense? All right. Okay. Everybody's very quiet today. Okay. So that is that. Yeah. Yeah. Faisal. Yeah. It's a missed opportunity. Yeah. I think thank you pages, people they're more interested in terms of the landing page and getting it right. We're actually, the focus actually should be equally, if not more, on the thank you page. Why that's a missed opportunity to kind of actually get, it's the micro commitment of actually downloading it, and you have maximum attention on the thank you page. So you should be really thinking about what you want to do on that thank you page. All right. Okay, I'll just give you some ideas about landing page design. Now this is sort of this is something I learned from another person in kind of landing page. So he produced this kind of graphic about what a landing page should be. Now some I include, some I don't. I think some it depends on the particular much detail you want to go into, but I'll just go through kind of each one. So basically, one, he has identified logo at the top there. You can put your logo in. I'm not a big fan for logos. I think people are not going to sign up and kind of for your services for a logo, but I think it's important to brand yourself. So I think it's discretionary whether you want to put a logo on your landing page or not. Two, credibility, where you're going to put some, maybe you've got, some certifications or some kind of affiliations that you have. You can maybe put those on your landing page as well. Again, I'm a bit of, I don't think that adds much. I think the value is on what people are getting. Most people are selfish, and really don't care about whether you have a lot of, certifications or whatever. Three is relevance. Is the copy is relevant to the market? Now this is critical, that you actually are putting something out that actually people want. So the copy has to be related to something that they would find interesting and valuable to download. So this here is free video reveals, blueprint to driving 1 million visitors per year to your website. So that if you were in that space I would want to know more about how can I drive more visitors to the website. That is the headline is so important. We'll talk about some headlines later on. And then the bullet points, don't forget about the kind of bullet points supporting that headline of actually what they're going to get. So, this is a 1 hour long mini course. So he's got a mini course that's for video reveals, this blueprint. Inside, you'll discover how to leverage multiple streams of traffic that combine to make one large raging river of website visitors. So it's making it as exciting and as attractive as possible for people to sort of to kind of put their details in. The presenters generate billions of ad impressions, sold billions of dollars worth of products, and build a highly sought after ad agency. So it's giving some social proof about kind of what that has done. So it's making it very attractive that this is something that is relevant to his audience. For urgency, download it. There you can put some urgency around it. Again, not a big fan of putting urgency on landing pages, but again, you can put some urgency around. You put a limit in terms of many. You're only giving out so many or whatever. 6 is actually the button itself. Now there's two ways in terms of how you want to put. This one is pick your email in, just an email in, or you can put their name. Email is usually typical. Or my lead magnets actually have name, email, phone number, and country, 4 elements of information, because there's multiple ways you can contact in terms of want your details of building up your list. Because at the end of the day, you're building up your list, you're building up those people that have that micro commitment of kind of wanting something from you. So there's many ways you can contact them, whether your email, whether your phone number, and you can actually physically call them, or and social media, kind of you've actually got a presence on social media and know where they're come from, and you can direct message them. So there's various ways of actually getting in touch with people. So I think personally, I put more information rather than little, but it's up to what a lot of people do in terms of at minimum ask their email or thing. And then 6, usability, cut button color. Again, this is you're into the micro details of kind of you can split test them any whether the type of button, whatever. I particularly don't think it matters too much, but it might matter if you've got a lot of traffic to your landing page, or kind of your what you're trying to give out. But for my case, I say mine's an organic system, so the button color isn't really that important. Okay, does that make sense? Anybody any comments on that? No.
Michael, is this landing page on a website, or is this landing page on?
No, this is just really give you. I give you. This just gives kind of the where it's all located on one page. Basically, it's a single page. You can build it on WordPress website even, but usually it's a landing page. It's a specific software because the speed of actually the load speed of it is very important when you're building these lead magnets when people are putting in details. So I keep it as simple as possible, but the principle is the same. Is you've got an image of kind of what they're going to get, kind of some kind of headline that is attractive enough, some bullet points to say exactly what they're going to get in terms of why this is important, where they're going to enter details, and a button in terms of get it now, get access immediately now. So it doesn't have to be. I think people overcomplicate this. It doesn't have to be kind of a lot of information. I think a lot of information on a page is confusing. Again, less is more in this game. Yeah, landing page speed is so important. Yeah, landing page is that's why I advocate when you're doing these is spend spend money on a landing page builder. Something that because people it's the attention span is so little now that you want something when people clicking a link that it comes up immediately to put their details in. If it's going to be a lot of people, if you're wasting seconds for a load page, that lead has gone. So really important that spend some dollars to kind of get a landing page builder. There's plenty out in the market. It's ClickFunnels. I use Convertri, which is a very easy. It's a very intuitive way of actually building these. And there's also one in my CRM, Go High Level, which builds all of this as well. So there's various things you can use, but yeah. I think you need a dedicated landing page builder to build it up. Okay. So in terms of headlines, bullet points. Now this is, if you're split testing, and split testing, by the way, is where you may be testing 2 different types. You have maybe 2 different kind of landing pages, and you're changing one aspect of it. So you're split testing against it. This is probably the main thing to split test is kind of headlines and bullet points, is what I find. So these are sort of headlines that I've used, and some ways to kind of mirror kind of the marketing message that you want to get out there for your main services anyway. But you're using this at a micro level of your lead magnet as well. So here's kind of finally how to get desired results, how to get something people really want. I'll use the fitness space, kind of how to get 6-pack abs without going to the gym. A lot of people don't want to go to the gym in 90 days. Now that's probably a very bad example, but it's how to get something they get without something they don't want to do, kind of fear most of that in a specific time. So it's very attractive for people to kind of that they would want to know more about this particular thing. problem, get my solution and result. So, here's again, problem, unfit, tired, unwell, get my, 30-day fitness, back to fitness blueprint, and, feel better in 24 hours. What, again, something that's very attractive, that people kind of say, I want to know more about that blueprint, or kind of that fitness thing that they want, that will help them immediately. Again, you want something immediate, that your lead magnet needs to, to be clear, but actually it's something they can take away and implement straight away. It's so important. I see a lot of lead magnets going out, and it's just there's no value in it, nothing they can take away and get that small win. So people can see it, get a small win from it. It's much more easier for them to say, well, if I got this, well, what's the rest of the thing that this person is offering? Yeah, instant serving and instant gratification. Instant gratification is probably the most important thing in this thing. You're going to get massive wins. You can get instant gratification. You can give someone an instant win from something. You're going to get massive amount of leads. It's kind of some people who think about, that, hey, this really worked. This kind of this thing that you gave was a real game changer for me. Then it's much an easier sell to kind of get people that next step and say, well, if you thought this was good, where do you see my program and kind of what can really do for you? Next, X ways to Y, 5 ways to meet your ideal partner. Again, X way, 5 ways. So, where to find why, where to find your customers online, where to find where to find your ideal partner, kind of that. So, what you should never do, what you should never say to a woman on your first date. So what you should, I think more people wake away from pain to pleasure. What you shouldn't do. Like, what are the 5 mistakes in client testimonials? What you should not do. So more people are attracted to kind of things they don't want to, they want to avoid, rather than what they would like. So always focusing on what the mistakes, you showcasing why the experience you have, that with the mistakes they can avoid, is a good lead magnet. The truth about why, the truth about flossing after you brushed your teeth. So it's kind of the something that maybe you have an insight to, that can give value to someone that maybe they weren't aware of. All right, so that gives you an idea of sort of headlines or whatever. Oh, by the way, if anybody is a member of my group, actually these headlines and kind of that I've just gone through, there's a much bigger list in my group in terms of, if you want to download my lead magnet in my group, I think it's headlines or whatever, opt-in lines or whatever. There's actually something within my group. More than happy to head over there and download it for yourself. In terms of, that's just a flavor I give you of some of the headlines. If you want to get a fuller list, there's some lead magnets in my group that you can get much more on this. Just a plug for my lead magnets there. So this is sort of a typical book layout of a lead magnet. Say, I'm very much in the minimalist approach. I don't think it has to be that complicated. So here we have 5 fatal financial traps to avoid when choosing a financial planner. So if you're in the financial planning, or if you have finances are worry, something, and you want some financial advice, this is something you'd want to know more about. Download your free copy of the report, 5 fatal traps to avoid when choosing a financial planner. It contains vital information to help you find financial planner actually understands your situation, can help you solve tens of thousands of dollars each year. So there's built-in benefit terms of you're going to save time, save money. In terms of if you download this, it's a must read for anyone who has a mortgage, is planning for retirement, or plan a sick or paying too much tax. So again, very attractive for anybody who's in that space who wants save money on their mortgage, planning for retirement. So again, if that was in front of the right person, you would get a lot of people putting in their details to get that copy of that book, of that ebook. So that is the kind of copy you want to make it as attractive as possible for people to put their details in. Okay, another one is discover how to reset your well-being with my 2-day gut-free health program. Now, gut health is a big space at the minute. A lot of people understanding kind of the health of your gut as affects so much in terms of your well-being. So, most people are aware that have a gut health problem. By reducing meat-based foods to more plant-based foods, you can immediately improve your gut health, overall well-being. My free ebook explains how you can do this in 2 days. So there's a immediate gratification about within 2 days you're going to feel better with this 2-day gut cleanse. Alkaline-based food neutralizes acid in your stomach and your gut, balanced plant-based food diet, healthy enzyme growth, nutritious juices, minerals, and natural vitamins. So there's the support in terms of what you're going to get in that 2-day free health program. Again, anybody is attractive person who wants to know more about getting a gut cleanse in 2 days. So again, I'm just trying to reinforce that the headline is important and the value that you're providing through your lead magnet. It's not, do not just think it's information. This is sort of a micro benefit that you want to get your client, that they see you as someone who can help them to feel better about themselves, kind of can feel them kind of the bigger transformation that your coaching services will have for them. So it's getting those micro wins. And this is kind of direct from my group. It's actually one of the most popular downloads in my group in terms of lead magnets. So the Destination Budget Planner. So people who are in the coaching space, maybe unsure how to plan how to budget their services, how to kind of say, what should I charge? So this is actually a planner which shows actually kind of input where your current actual income expenses. So you're working where you are at the minute, where you want to be, and what you in terms of the desired income you want, and then you can determine what price point you want to charge for your services. So it's just it's nothing. It's just an Excel spreadsheet. It's nothing too complicated, but it's giving that win of kind of someone who said, well, what should I charge? I want this desired income from my business or my coaching business, but I've got this, I want this. What would be a typical charges for my services? What value I need? I'm going to put on those to get to that revenue income goal that I want. So this is what this does in terms of that budget planner. And again, this is what you're seeing now is actually the landing page. Nothing more simple than that. Destination Budget Planner, 2 buttons and some bullet points. That is it. And that is, I'm getting leads every single day from this particular download, this landing page. Also, I've just put at the top, it's important to have your own domain associated with your landing page. It's professional. It only costs about $20, $30. You go to, I think it's namecheap.com or whatever. I think you can go and create your own domain associated with your lead magnet. This is hosted in Go High Level, and I just bring it in, identify, assign this landing page to that domain, and I'm all set to go. And that has a thank you page, and then the follow-on emails that I'm nurturing people, to book a call or join my group. So it's to say, don't overcomplicate this. It's not the best lead magnets are the most simple lead magnets, but are aligned to kind of your services. The most important thing is that you're giving out value that's helping your customer take the next step to kind of, work with you. Don't put out something that's not aligned with that person you want to serve. Okay, next. Anybody, any questions on that? Renee, nothing? Anybody?
So when they click on the button there,
Yeah.
You capture their information, and then does it send them based on the information that they've put in? Do they receive your?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of, basically by email they get the planner. So I know a lot of you can click it and they would download it immediately. I think that's the wrong way. They download it, put in their details, and they get an email with
Is edible flowers. Oh, these vitamins. So that any fridge and mens can be eat.
Sorry, you could just mute yourself there. Okay. Yeah, that pops up. The download your planner now. That's just a pop up. You put your details in. So that captures. You've got to leave. Basically, that's a micro commitment. People have said they want something, information, and then through those details, it sends an email out, and there's a link to that email. Download that budget planner. Now I've that hosted on another platform. And I think it's Amazon AWS. Kind of it downloads. And it downloads the budget planner. So people click, and then they download it. So it's better within an email rather than sort of directly download. They would get it strictly, because it just means they're waiting for that email. So they're looking for that email, and within that email, you can say, well, hey, here's your budget planner. Here's how you can use it. But by the way, if you want, I'll show you how you can, build out your coaching services, how you can really stack value within your coaching services. But you can add something that related to kind of what they're downloading. You're actually giving them the opportunity to sort of get on a call or book something to kind of move that to the next step.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next. This is just on talked about the thank you page. Thank you pages are more important. So this is the thank you page of the destination planner. Again, you go to the group, you'll see all this. But thank you page, your destination budget planner is in the way, just saying, hey, most people put in the details. You want to confirm that they're going to get what they're going to get. But I've got, if you text me planner right now, and I've actually given a phone number. You want you want least friction for people to actually contact you. So this is within my CRM, which kind of if they say, hey, I want to know more about actually how I want to know more about kind of this, how this can help me. I'll show you how this planner to build a high ticket appointment converting funnel, or targetedly book a call with me. So I'll give them options of, hey, you want to text me planner right now? We can schedule a call how to put this, how to build a funnel that will help you kind of get more clients actually using this planner. Or if you can book a call, and they've got a button there whereby that goes to a Calendly appointment where they can book a call. So that's using the thank you page to kind of take them the next step, and that opportunity you have in getting in front of people to kind of take that next step. What happens after the text you? So this is if they text it, it goes to SMS, and I have something in my CRM which kind of recognizes the word planner, and it will notify me, say, hey, someone has actually notified planner. Okay, I can outreach that person in terms of
Yes.
of to actually book an appointment with that. It's just creating low friction for people to actually contact it. You know, a lot of people just, you send them a link and they have to press the link and put in it, you know, they've already put in the details to get something. You want to make it as equally easy for them to kind of maybe take the next step. So I'm just using planner for them to sort of, hey, if you put planner, comes up this number, I'll be in touch with you. So the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, 7 letters into an SMS. I'll be in touch. I'll contact you. So you can have that least friction as possible. So that again, I'm giving 2 options whereby, you know, they book a call, or they get more trainings. If they're not interested, get more trainings or live webinars, supercharge your coaching, join, you know, there's a group. So this is the, and then join the group here. So either, hey, I found this valuable, I want to know more, let's talk more, or hey, let's join my Facebook group. So I'm giving them 2 options they're going to do on the thank you page. So I get kind of, as I say, I get people kind of joining my group all the time, kind of just from the thank you page, or alternatively, people kind of texting me. Does that, hope that answers your question. Okay, so just in summary, again, lead magnet needs to add value and it's targeted people you want to help. Seems obvious, and I talk about ultra convert, but you know, it's so important that you get really dialed in who you're serving and what they want and the problem you're trying to solve. Now, there's a bigger problem associated with this micro problem you're solving, but it's all alignment, whereby you are adding value through that micro problem you're solving, and it's targeted to the right people. Use numbers, be specific. Now I said 5 mistakes you're making your client testimonials. You use numbers, get specific in terms of what you're providing. It always has more relevance for people. Answers a burning question in the market. Again, it's, you know, it's getting really dialed into kind of what your ideal customer is dealing with, what's keeping them up at night. That if you can actually put something together that lead magnet solves a burning problem they're dealing with, you're going to get a lot of people opt in and want to know more about how you're giving that micro win. Keep it simple. Ebook should only be 5 to 6 pages. Now, I don't know about you. You know, takes time out of my day to read anything or take your ebook. People are doing are busy, so no one is going to read a lengthy ebook. You know, if you get past the first couple of pages, you'll be doing well. So you keep it simple and get some immediate value that they can take away. Again, it's your attention-grabbing headlines. You know, you want to sort of it's like anything. You know, the headline, both in terms of content, if you're doing posts, your headline is the most important thing. Same thing with lead magnets. That headline you want to grab attention. It's immediate value that they feel as if, yeah, I want to know more about that, and that micro commitment of kind of putting their details in, kind of get that value. Yeah, again, bullet points, say what they're going to get. So how do you know, I do more than 3. I think 3 is the best in terms of what they get. Keep it short, keep it punchy in terms of supporting that headline. And then a visual representation of what they get. You know, use a book if it's an ebook. So a box if it's some kind of software or something that is not sort of book related. I use sort of a box. Let's say Canva does all that very well. you know, in terms of you have an image and then, you know, superimpose it onto, you know, a book or a box or whatever, you know, just to have a visual representation of what they're going to get. And then a basic form, then their details, name and email. Say, you know, it doesn't have to be complicated, name and email. I say I capture you know, phone number as well, because it's nothing like kind of talking with someone in terms of rather than, you know, going back and forward. So it all depends, you know, what level you want to capture people's details. Oh, that's the next one. All right, so that is the end of the presentation in terms of that. Hope everybody got value from that. I say that lead magnets are not complicated and shouldn't be complicated, and you shouldn't. It should be a natural progression of your services. It should be a subset of your services in terms of what you're providing for your client. And you know, lead magnets should be coming out of the pillars of your program and kind of the outcomes you want for your client in terms of the value you want to provide, and building kind of either, you know, ebooks, whether checklists, whether even a mini course you're giving away that provides some micro win for your client, that they feel, yeah, this person is someone I want to know better. This person actually is someone I want to follow in the future, someone who build up that relationship with. Because at the end of the day, you're building up your list. You're building up a list of people who know, like, and trust you, that kind of are waiting for, you know, the next thing you're going to put out there, and not multiple touch points that eventually move into a paying client. So hope everybody got value from that. Any questions on any of that from anyone? Anyone? James, Carl, Juan, anybody? Renee? Yeah.
No questions at this point, but it was very valuable. Thank you.
That's all right. I want to see you put out some lead magnets, Renee. So you need to get some people into your world, build up your list. Your list is your life.
Yeah.
Your social media went out tomorrow, you still had to have a list.
Yes.
So this is something I came late into the game, is actually building a list of people.
Yeah.
So if it all went away tomorrow, I'd still have a list.
Well, what you've explained here makes a lot more sense than what I've learned in the past about having a lead magnet or offering an ebook. It just never made sense to me. So I'm really grateful for this presentation.
Okay, no worries. That's what I'm here for. Give it. Let's give as much value to you guys as possible, because, you know, you win, I win in terms of kind of what that's so. Yeah, Anthea, it's just an info. Designers currently $25 for lifetime access. Great. Yeah, I'd spend $27, Anthea. Get it. I think, you know, you would not. Rather than sort of spending all of that time building kind of, you know, building your ebook and whatever, and most information is out there. You can probably find something in your services and somebody's written it better than you have, and piggyback on that. Okay, so just a bit of a plug for me, kind of, you know, I'm in the pre-launch of my own high ticket coach program at the minute. So again, anybody watching the replay, kind of that, there's a link above this presentation. So if you want to click that, I have details about kind of what my program is, and I'll be covering all the lead magnets as part of my, you know, organic process of actually getting leads every single day into your business. Because this is a top of funnel. You're nurturing people along that with events, with your content, actually moving people along to take action and actually become a client. So I have my own, you know, 12-week group coaching program just starting. Starts on the 6th of July. So anybody interested, DM me. More than happy to have a chat about it. Or again, anybody watching the replay, link above this video. Click that, and, you know, find out all the details it is, and you know, we certainly have a conversation about this, because you know, this, at the end of the day, we want, you know, we're doing all of this work to, you know, move people along the customer journey to actually, you know, become high ticket coaching clients for ourselves. So hopefully everybody got some value from that. And I say this is part of my rolling series of kind of webinars, workshops, challenges every 2 weeks, part of my own, outreach to you guys and providing you guys with value. So thanks for everybody attending. I appreciate taking the time of your day to kind of spend some time with me, and I'll talk to you soon in another webinar. So okay, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Rennie. Thanks, Juan, Carl, everybody for attending.
Thank you, Michael.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.